However, we appreciate having Doug and the Doc here with us today. So everybody welcome them, and we'll let them get set up.
We are Doug and the Doc, and I'm Doug, and my wife is actually a doctor, a family doctor, and you can talk to her after the show, and she'll heal whatever ails you. But we're honored to be here. Thank you, Ms. Ann, for having us. Happy to have you here, too.
We see some familiar faces out there, and so thank you for joining us, each and every one of you. We play us different styles of music. We play a little bit of swing, particularly, some jazz, a little Latin, and
We'll mix it up a little bit, but we do a lot of old tunes, and when I say old, I mean from the 20s, 30s, and 40s, so really old stuff. And they said, your stuff music is so old, you belong in a museum, so here we are. So we're happy to be here. We also might throw in a surprise rock song later on, and maybe a couple of originals too, a couple of songs I wrote. But we're going to start with this tune, swing tune here. If you go down to New Orleans, you'll probably hear this song, especially if you go to the Preservation Hall. You'll definitely hear this tune here, so it's a good one to start off with. All of it. 1, 2, 1. All of me, why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I will lose them. Take my arms, I'll never lose them. Your goodbye is left with eyes that cry. I know that I'm no good without you. You took a part that once was my heart, so why not take all of me? Why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I wanna lose them. Take my arms, I'll never lose them. Your goodbye is left with eyes that cry. I know that I'm no good without you. You took a part that once was my heart, so why not take all of me? Why not take all of me? Why not take all of me? Let's start here. Thank you all so very much.
well, it's Saturday in the Low Country, so it just might be a good night tonight for a Saturday night fish fry. This is a jump.
You're gonna make everybody hungry with that.
It's a jump blues tune that we're going to play, and originally Saturday Night Fish Fry was over 5 minutes. You had to turn over the record to finish listening to it, but we're doing a little shorter version for you. So hope you enjoy our version.
If you've ever been down to New Orleans, you can understand just what I mean. All of the week is as quiet as a mouse, but on Saturday night, house to house, you don't have to pay the usual admission. You're a cook or a waiter or a good musician. You have to be just passing by, it's not minutes. Saturday night, fish fry. for years I did a solo act, kind of a Jimmy Buffett type music, and played up and down the Strand in little spots. But then a few years ago, I thought, it's so much more fun to work with somebody else, and it sounds better too. And I thought, well, how about my wife? She plays piano. But then I thought about carrying that grand piano around. I said, no, I'm not going to do that. So I thought, well, how about if she takes a bass guitar lesson? And she did, and she's doing it now.
So about 3 years ago, he said, you want to take a lesson? And I thought, but I loved it. So here we are.
Yeah.
I still love piano too.
So I married the right wife. He was exactly the right one.
So I think when she wrote the song, she was thinking about getting kissed much. Bésame mucho.
song. It's on my CD that I put out in 2013. It didn't win any awards or anything. You probably didn't hear it on the radio. It didn't go down in history, but I put a lot of thought into it and a lot of time. And I actually tried to write a masterpiece. I really did. But instead, this is what came out with a little fluff. It's just filler, it's just fluff, cause 12 songs just weren't enough. Please don't take this all so seriously. I'm just trying to pass some time, looking for that word to rhyme. I'm just filling up some space on this CD. I tried to write the masterpiece when I was young. A song that had me beating for everyone. Threw my hands up in despair, I wasn't getting anywhere. So instead I wrote this song here just for fun. It's just filler, it's just fluff, and it's mostly off the cuff. The song is written spontaneously. I have no real plan, I'm just doing the best I can to simply fill up some space on the CD. I've got 3 or 4 minutes to go. What to do right now, I just don't know. I could vamp here on this chord. See, you're getting bored, so I better get a move on with this show. It's just filler, it's just fluff. You know, this job's not all that tough. Some people take it way too seriously. Just sing a tune and tap your feet and let me repeat. I'm just filling up some space on the CD. Now it's got to have a bridge, they say, but no one's really listening anyway. So if you don't really care, I'll just step on out of here and let that lead guitarist play. That's me. It's just fluff, and I thank you very much for not taking it all so seriously. Just had a little extra time, and you know it'd be a crime if I didn't fill up all the space on the CD. No, the song won't be making history, and it looks like it's closing time for me. Yeah. Real talk. one in between us.
That's right. And so we learned pretty early on that we thought things a little differently and even said a few things a little differently. And I remember especially saying something about pajamas.
Pajamas.
Right.
Pajamas.
And I said pecan, and he says
Pecan, but I don't really care if it's pecan or pecan as long as she makes a good pie from it. She makes a great pie.
And I'm a little bit country sometimes.
I'm a little bit rock and roll.
Louis Armstrong and Ella Fitzgerald did this, but we're not calling anything off.
You say either.
You say either.
You say neither.
You say neither.
Either, neither. Let's call the whole thing off. You like potato.
You like potato.
You like tomato.
And you like tomato. Potato, tomato. Let's call the whole thing off. But oh, if we call the whole thing off, then we must part. Oh, if we ever part, that might break my heart. So if you say laughter, And you say laughter.
I'll say after.
And you say after. Let's call the whole thing off.
You say laughter.
And you say laughter.
You say after.
And you say
Laughter, after. Let's call the whole thing off. You like vanilla.
You like vanilla.
You sarsaparilla.
And you sarsaparilla. Vanilla, chocolate.
Strawberry. Let's call the whole thing off. Oh, if we call the whole thing off, then we must part. And oh, if we ever part, that might break my heart. So if you oyster,
And you go thirsty.
I'll order oyster.
And cancel the oysters.
For we know we need each other, so we better call the whole thing off. Let's call the whole thing off. Let's call the whole thing off. Thank you so much.
As I mentioned, I'm from West Virginia, and Bill Withers, who wrote this next tune, was from West Virginia. He wrote this in '71. Do we have any grandmas out there? I know some, yes. Well, this is a tribute to the grandmas out there. And actually, he wrote this about his grandma. And he said of all the tunes that he wrote, this was his favorite. Well, Bill Withers was from Slab Fork, West Virginia, coal mining area there. And he worked as a mechanic assembler for a lot of different companies, Ford, IBM. But even after he was famous with his music, he still kept a mechanic job because he thought that music could be a little bit of a fickle business sometimes.
And I'd say he was right about that.
Grandma's hands.
Grandma's hands. her face and tell her, she said, maybe Grandma understands that you really love that man. Put yourself in Jesus' hands, Grandma's hands. Grandma's hands used to hand me a piece of candy. Grandma's hands picked me up each time I fell. Grandma's hands, boy, they really came in handy. She said, Maddie, don't you whip that boy. What you want to spank him for? He didn't drop no apple core, but I don't have Grandma anymore. If I get to heaven, I'll look for Grandma's hands. Get back to the swing here. We've got a nice fast one. I'm just going to sing this one for you. It's going to have you bounce around in your seats and stomp your feet, tap your feet. It's a nice, lively tune. But if you listen to the words, it's like, wow, it's kind of tragic, really. It's kind of sad. And they did this a lot back, especially in the 1930s. They would write these songs that were really fast and up-tempo, but they would fool you because they weren't, if you listen to the lyrics, not so much.
And the title, After You're Gone. After you're gone and left me crying, after you're gone, there's no denying you'll feel blue, you'll feel sad, you'll miss the best one that you ever had. There'll come a time, now don't forget it, there'll come a time when you'll regret it someday. When you grow lonely, your heart will break like mine. You'll miss me only after you're gone, after you're gone away. Sad, you'll miss the best friend that you ever had. There'll come a time, now don't forget it. There'll come a time when you'll regret it someday. When you grow lonely, your heart will break like mine. You'll miss me only after you're gone, after you're gone. For some of you who know Doug and me, you know that we have a golden doodle named Lily, and she's our pride and joy. And she loves music, fortunately, because there's a lot of it in our home. And she'll lie down while we're practicing and just kind of...
She's our biggest fan.
Yeah. And, but when we play this next tune, Stray Cat Strut, which has a few meows in it, she perks up, and I don't think she likes that. I think she likes it better when we do Hound Dog.
I think so.
Stray Cat Strut.
1, 2, 3, 4. Catch Well, this is a song I wrote. I played at a place called the Saltwater Creek for 11 years. And inside in the wintertime, and outside I'd be by this beautiful live oak tree. And you know the kind of trees because we got them here in Conway. They're the most beautiful trees. And I like how they build the roads around them here, you know, to protect the trees. I think that's really neat. But this tree, you know, saw a lot of things happen outside this cafe. Oh, the stories they could tell. So I wrote a song for it. There's an old live oak by the cafe where I play. In the sweltering summer heat, this tree provides some shade for the folks who like to eat outside and listen to my songs. This old oak seems to come alive as the evening rolls on. Draped with Spanish moss, its branches nearly touch the ground. We can only speculate how long it's been around. They say that George Washington camped on this very spot, but only the old tree can say whether this is true or not. This tree has got a story now, this tree has got a tale. If this old live oak could talk, think of all that it might say. Yes, it stood the test of time, and it's been listening to the chirping of the birds, the voices of you and me. This old tree has been the center of many a photograph. When the little kids dance around, they can surely hear them laugh. Some home to lots of critters, some are big, some are small. Squirrels, frogs, birds, and kittens. It's been a shelter to them all. The roads were paved, and bricks were laid under its ever-watchful eye. Watch the progress of man as time kept marching by. There was Hurricane Hugo back in 1989. Tore up lots of buildings, but this tree held up just fine. This tree has got a story now, this tree has got a tale. If this old live oak could talk, think of all that it might say. Yes, it stood the test of time, and it's been listening to the chirping of the birds and the voices of you and me. Watching as John nervously spilled his tea. After cleaning up the mess, Big John got down on one knee. He said, Susie, with this ring, I want you to be my wife. Will you marry me and make me happy all my life? The ending to this story, the tree will never tell. It keeps its secrets to itself. I guess it's just as well. Crazy things happen just outside this little cafe, and one of those is singing a song what a tree might have to say. If this tree could talk, thank you.
Time for a little Latin?
Time for a little Latin music, that's right. This is an old tune that goes back to 1953, but it was really brought back recently, actually in 2004, by none other than Michael Bublé, the Canadian singer. Some of you may have heard of him, Michael Bublé. He wanted to be a singer ever since he was 2 years old. He just dreamed about it, and he prayed about it. And then when he was 16, well, his grandfather actually, he had a really wonderful grandfather. And so this maybe goes to his grandfathers out there. His grandfather paid for his music lessons, and then when he turned 16, his grandfather wanted him to be out playing in some of the bars and the restaurants. And but he was a plumber, the grandfather, and he said, I'll trade my plumbing skills if you let my grandson play at this establishment. And that's how that worked. Now, I don't have any plumbing skills, so I don't know. I don't have that kind of thing,
This next tune is Sway, so feel free to sway along with us on this one.
Try to get a Latin feel too. When marimba rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway. Like the lazy ocean hugs the shore, hold me close, sway me more. Like a flower bending in the breeze, bend with me, sway with ease. When we dance you have a way with me, stay with me, sway with me. Other dancers may be on the floor, but my eyes will see only you. Only you had that magic technique. When we sway, I go weak. I can hear the sounds of violins long before it begins. The thrill is only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me down. River rhythm start to play, dance with me to make me sway. Like the lazy ocean hugs the shore, hold me close, sway me more. Like a flower bending in the breeze, bend with me, sway with ease. When you dance you have a way with me, stay with me, sway with me. Other dancers may be on the floor, but my eyes will see only you. Only you had that magic technique. When we sway, I can hear the sounds of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me down. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me down. Da 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 da.
So now we come to my favorite story to tell. I can't give you anything but love. Jimmy McHugh and Dorothy Fields back in the 1920s were walking along New York and came along Tiffany's on Fifth Avenue and they saw a young couple looking in the window at all the beautiful jewelry. And Dorothy said to Jimmy, you know, those young kids, they can't afford any of that stuff in that window. And right about then, they heard the young man say to his girlfriend, gee, honey, I'd like to give you a sparkler like that, but right now I can't give you nothing but love. And they were inspired and they rushed home and wrote this song.
Here's the song. I can't give you anything but love, baby. That's the only thing I can love you of, baby. Dream a while, worship love, happiness, and I guess all those things we've always pined for. Gee, I'd like to see you looking swell, baby. Diamond bracelet to a what doesn't sell, baby. Till that lucky day, no longer. love, baby. That's the only thing I've money up, baby. Dream a while, scheme a while, we're sure to find happiness, and I guess those things we always find. She, I'd like to see you looking swell, baby. Diamond bracelets, what doesn't sell, baby. Till that lucky day you gone well, baby. I can give you anything but love, oh no. I can give you anything but love, that's right. I can give you anything but love.
How many of you remember Wordsworth? Five and Dime story?
All right, we said we might do a surprise rock song, so this is the point we're going to do that. This is a tune that was inspired by a Dixieland jazz band that was playing to an empty pub. And hey, I've been there before too. But they were playing with passion and conviction, and they loved what they were doing and just having the time of their life. I played in many indie groups before. But this inspired Martin Knopfler, Dire Straits, to write this song, so to swing. We're going to do an instrumental version of it because the actual song is 5 minutes long, and we're just going to kind of do the main parts of it. We're going to give it a little Latin feel too, since I got this guitar.
told this story about a monkey and a buzzard and how to straighten up and fly right and do the right thing. And actually, Nat King Cole wrote this, but he sold the rights to the song to Irving Mills for $50 because he needed money to pay a hotel bill. But he did get a lot of fame for it later on. It's a traditional folk tune, and again, it has a moral of the story: straighten up and fly right.
It's got some fun language in it too, like cool down, Papa, or blow your top, and all that kind of jiving. So it's a fun song to sing. Buzz took a monkey for a ride in the air. The monkey thought that everything was on the square. Buzz tried to throw the monkey off his back. The monkey grabs his neck and said, "That is a jack." Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and stay right. Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top. Ain't no use in driving. What's the use in jiving? Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top. Buzz told the monkey you were choking me. At least you're holding on a sacred thing. Monkey looked Buzz straight dead in the eyes. It's just slow so touching, but it sounds like a lie. Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and stay right. Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top. Ain't no use in driving. What's the use in driving? Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top. Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and stay right. Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top. Ain't no use in driving. What's the use in driving? Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top. Fly right.
This next tune you may have heard on the Bluegrass Station. We heard it there a few years ago. Decided we'd like to do it.
Yeah. It's kind of a mountain song, actually. It's we're done in the doc, but this is done by another doc, Doc Watson. Made it pretty popular, actually. I'm not sure he wrote the song, but he did a lot of mountain songs, a lot of bluegrass tunes, and they actually have a statue for him in Boone, North Carolina, where he's sitting on a bench picking the guitar. Blind guitarist, really did very well. But this tune tells the story of John Henry, or John Henry Brown, full name. And John Henry, the legend is that he was a big, strong man, and he worked on the railroad. And then along came the steam drill, which could do it so much faster, and it kind of put some people out of work, I guess. And he said, "Well, I think I can beat that steam drill. Let's have a competition." And so he did. And the way the story goes is he did win, but he lost his life from doing that. So the story of John Henry Brown.
Walk on, boy.
I was born one morning, rain up pouring down. When I heard my mama say to my papa, "Let's call him John Henry Brown." Walk on, boy. Walk on down the road, where there ain't nobody in this whole wide world that's gonna help you carry your load. Left my mama and papa just about the age of 10. Lord, I got me a job working on the men. Walk on, boy. Walk on down the road, where there ain't nobody in this whole wide world that's gonna help you carry your load. Today my papa told me some advice I want to give to you. Son, find a good woman, be good to her. She's gonna be good to you. Walk on, boy. that boy named Brown. Tell him I'm the boy that left his hand smoking weed and beat that steam drill down. Walk on board. Walk on down the road. Well, there ain't nobody in this whole wide world that's gonna help you carry your load. Walk on board. Walk on down the road. Well, there ain't nobody in this whole wide world that's gonna help you carry your load. Swing stuff here for you. Swing music kind of had a revival. Some of you might remember in the 90s, there was a revival of swing music, and there were people taking dance lessons, swing dance lessons, and I'm sure it was a really fun time. I didn't really kind of get into the craze too much, but there were bands like with crazy names like Big Bad, Voodoo Daddy, and Squirrel Nut Zippers, and the Stray Cats, those two. And people wearing zoot suits and pinstripe hats and having a good time.
Kind of like your hat, though.
Yeah, kind of like mine. Yeah. I never really kind of got into that too much. I like the older stuff better, and we never really we don't really think it went out of style anyway. We think swing music is still here, so it never disappeared, or it shouldn't. Right? All right, we're gonna do a swing tune for you. 1, 2.
Thank you, and thank Horry County Museum for asking us to be here. It's a pleasure and a privilege, and it's been really an unforgettable experience for us, don't you think?
Yes, it really has, and it has been an honor to play here, and we thank you all for coming out to listen too.
You've been an unforgettable audience.
I can't forget this. Unforgettable, that's what you are. Unforgettable, though near or far. Like the song of love that clings to me, out of thy love, you does things to me never before. Someone been born unforgettable in every every way. And forevermore, that's how you'll stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too.
Thank you all so much.
Yeah! Awesome! Bravo!
Thank you so much.